Anyway then, ready to go. Gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Yoda deck. Thanks, I hope I got this. I'm not sure. Anyway, so the magical lens does have altered movement. The fastest way to move in the game is actually just doing slide kicks. So I'll try to do that as much as possible. One thing that also stands out immediately is that you can do as many dives in a row as you want. Like pressing B with enough speed will always result in a dive, not in a rollout. To roll out you precisely have to press A instead of B. I won't really use that much, I guess. But it definitely takes... It might take me a while to get used to the altered movement again. So I hope I won't play too bad for like the first half of the game. So yeah, I also submitted this game before even starting to run it. So hope the estimate will be okay. Should be good though, the game is not really hard to run or to play anyway. Very casual hack. And yeah, like Mushi just pointed out, it's a very vanilla-like hack. It's basically even a reimagining of vanilla levels, specifically Overworld 1 that is. As the hack has 43 stars in total. And yeah, basically it takes the first 5 main courses of vanilla and changes them. I guess in a way similar to decades later, but not quite the same. Super underrated hack. Well, I think on the leaderboard there are like 4 people or something, but yeah, that's basically why I decided to bring it to SRM. To showcase it for once, since I don't think anyone has ever done that before. I think it's also very playable on console, if I'm not mistaken about that. Should be. As usual. Well, I haven't submitted much to SRM yet. I mean, this year yes, with my 7 submissions, but most of the times it's races anyway. Other than my first submission, which is Lost Dreams, since I bring that to SRM about every time now, I guess. And yeah, so entering first main stage and immediately getting hit by a blue. That is course 5, which basically means BBH. I think that's the stage that got changed or reimagined the most. If you wouldn't know it, you probably wouldn't even recognize it as BBH. Well, I think most hacks I brought to SRM haven't been done by anyone else before. Like Royal Legacy, Definitive Edition, Magical Lands, Lost Dreams. I know Mushi did that once, or even twice. But that was before I even was around. Right, so I'm immediately starting off with 100 coins. Yeah, but about this submission I'm actually quite nervous. since, yeah, I already said it, I'm not a big yapper, and it's the first time I submit something at an event without having a commentator, so I am quite nervous, but I hope it's not too obvious in my gameplay or my voice. I'll try to yap a bit, but I'm just used to focusing on the game and not talking at all. So, the next thing about Mario's movement is that when you set a jump dive, the jump dive actually gives you way more height. Which is, I guess, almost Super Mario 64 DS-like. And yeah, you can also abuse that for making some shortcuts, which you'll see more of later on, not really in Course 5. And yeah, also the weird note block you just saw. I don't know if any other hack has note blocks like this, but it's like you land on that note block and after a second or something of standing on it, it shoots you up. Only if you hold A though. Now, as for speedrunning this game, it's actually a pretty good game to speedrun. I think most 100 coin routes are still like, yeah, how can you route this better? Since I didn't really take that much time into routing or practicing this, or running in general. But on the other hand, I also would not recommend it for speedrunning, for casual playthrough anytime. But the last Bowser fight is basically 100% RNG. It can take a minute, it can take 2 minutes, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, I think it's even the exact same Bowser fight than in Mario Party 64. I think it's the exact same. So yeah, regarding the final boss, this is actually worse to speedrun than Last Impact. Just feel like saying that for no reason. Right, so here we have King Boo. The boss has also got pretty much upgraded. Of course with some RNG factors, nothing too big though. Yeah, it goes for all the bosses basically. Every main course still has a boss, basically the same boss as in vanilla, just with some upgrades. Some harder, some not really harder. And it's also easy to get lost in the overworld, especially inside the castle, since it's basically almost mirrored. So this is Wing Cup instead of Bowser. Here you can use the big triple jump dive to clear some distance, which makes for a pretty cool skip in C4, also one in C2. But otherwise I don't even know how to abuse these mechanics the best. Right, what happened here? I did not want to turn around. Right now I'm just not paying too close attention to my gameplay because, yeah, nervous, but otherwise okay, I would have definitely noticed that. Just hasn't happened before, so... Also I think BBH, or basically the reimagination here of BBH, is the stage that got changed the most. If you look at the other stages like Jolly Roger Bay, or especially Bob-Omb's Battlefield, things didn't get changed almost at all. Now here this mountain is new. But most stages do stay very vanilla-like. Other than the, yeah, star placements and gameplay mechanics. Glad I got that. I don't know how to back that up. We've probably just ran up the mountain again and tried again. Yeah, I know you can do that on purpose, like the thing with the wing up. That was definitely not on purpose. Yeah, one thing that does suck about this is that it has terrible underwater cam. Like, you always have to swim up to look where you are, because neither Mario nor Lakido Cam really work properly underwater. That's like the only big downside in this hack that I can think of. And yeah, it doesn't really matter too much, it's the only water stage we'll have to do after all. Nearly as bad as Last Impact. I mean, for the final fight, Magical Lens is worse. For the underwater cam, it's, yeah, probably the same. Never had to deal with Last Impact 1 Service Star, luckily. Underwater boss fight, Last Impact, yeah, right, this stage doesn't have a boss in vanilla, so it also doesn't have one here. Yeah, that's the only main stage without a boss. Since Snowball Mountain, the reimagination of CCM, is more or less a mix between SL and CCM, it does have the Chill Bully as boss. Right, so the secrets, I guess, that are supposed to be the cave. Though the real big cave from vanilla does not exist here. Next change is also that the pirate ship is not filled with water and has 2 stars to get in it. One is simply hidden behind this box, and the other is, yeah, going up in the ship. That's the actual quickest way to enter the aquarium, which is a very simple stage. It does not have any red coins to collect, just getting up there and getting the star. And then immediately leaving for the next stage. So this is the formerly mentioned Snowball Mountain, which might be my favorite stage in Magical Lands, since I feel it more of a mix between SL and CCM than just CCM. I think this is also the best I have done on coin routing, since there aren't that many coins in that stage and you have to, like on the route I'm doing, accidental dive here. On the route I'm doing, I have to get 1 extra coin from a Goomba, otherwise I'll be short by 1 coin. Right, then this level is also the level where we probably do the biggest skip with Mario's extended movement, which is basically getting up to the Chill Bully boss fight completely outside of the intended way. There's one similar way to do a skip in C2. Basically you can stand here, triple jump, dive and land on there, so you don't have to go up the entire mountain and then down again to the Chill Bully. Who also has 3 lives, but that's not really... I don't know what happened here. Usually you kick him in just twice again. Seems like some weird thing here just happened. Never seen that before. Of course it is now when I bring the game to SRM that weird stuff starts happening. And so yeah, using slide kicks as much as I can, because as I mentioned earlier, it's the fastest way to move in the game. Now, for this star, I'll be getting it with a wing cap, though there is not really a need to get the star with wing cap. Basically, the intended way is to take this way here, but since there is a wing cap and it's not intended for any other star, I do use it for this one. Good morning, Captain Bowser. Once again, I did not mean to dive twice here, it's just a thing that I'm not used to, that I have to hit A to roll out. Like, as long as I press B, I'll always be diving, and I'm just not used to it, so I'll make that mistake a lot. Right, so for the top two stars, you just can take that shortcut up the slope, the weird note block again, and dive to get the star. And that's C4 done. So next is Twomp's Fortress, and I'll immediately start off with 100 coins again. It's also the fastest 100 coins in the game. It's also the only 100 coin you even do in the 30 star speedrun. 100% is 43 stars, but only 30 needed to beat the game intendedly. In Throwback Galaxy is even more Whomp's Fortress vanilla Mario 64 like than this is, so definitely do appreciate the changes. I suppose this star should resemble the shoot into the blue star. Just that you have to go down in magical lands. And yeah, Mui, the game is a pretty good run, just the final Bowser can kinda ruin it. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout to recruit runners. Be it Royal Legacy, Magical Lands or any other ROM hack. We need more runners, so... I forgot to say Lost Dreams, yeah, I can say that tomorrow. I do have a Lost Dreams race tomorrow. Exactly, and I got Ludwig to run Royal Legacy, so I'm kinda successful at it, I guess. Well, I guess I'm the only one that's really keeping it alive. But other than that, yeah, might be lost. So, the Womp boss. Alright, that went very well. Usually it tries to throw you off its head. Like the mech in Super Mario Odyssey for an example. But if you time your jumps good enough, you can avoid that and immediately hit him again. But otherwise, you would be thrown off. Alright, here we abuse the triple jump dive again to clear all the way over there. And use a bullet bill to clear that star. And last star to get, and probably easiest star in the game, is just swimming down this water section into the tunnel and getting the star. Well then, only one stage left, which is course 1. Bob-omb Mountain, I think it's called. Yeah, Bob-omb Mountain. And this is basically very vanilla-like. And I don't know how to start this 100 coin other than just diving 10 times in a row, so guess I'll do that. Also to showcase the infinite dives once. Extra coin. Yeah, you don't need a wing cap in this stage at all, since the dives just clear every distance necessary. Good hack for sure, yeah. Like King Toad said, it's underrated. And I agree. Has some weird mechanics, but overall, very fun. Right, this is the Magical Lands version of the vanilla skip at the beginning. Now for the King Bob-omb battle, that's also very different than what it is in vanilla. It is still, in theory, possible to defeat him by grabbing and throwing him. Just that in Magical Lands he turns so fast that you almost can't grab him even if you try. You'll see how we have to defeat him there. It's a pretty cool change, I think. Yeah, basically the Mario 64 DS method. It would be faster for a speedrun to grab him, but I'm just not good enough to do it. It is possible, I've done it before and tried, but it's just too close. He turns too fast to do that consistently. I guess you could try to kick the bomb back. I just haven't thought of that. That might also save a few seconds over what I'm doing. Oh, where am I going? I don't need to go there anymore. Already got on the island the unintended way, now I'll take the intended way over the notebox. And yeah, the wing cap is really just for show in this level, I guess. There is not a single use for it. Yeah, you can really just get on top of everything however you feel like, so just feel like showing different ways. And now for the Bowser stage. That changed a lot. It also has altered gravity. Yeah, which makes it very easy to fall off, since the timing of the jumps will be a bit different. Throwing for content, obviously. Alright, good one. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with this level apparently. Haven't died to it a single time in practice. But now it's SRM and not practice, so of course I'm gonna die now. It's just the weird note blocks, that they only shoot you up after like a second of standing on it. You can turn in the air as much as you want after getting shot up, so that's not really the issue. I just landed too far back on it and I do it again. I just feel like playing this level 3 times. To make sure everyone sees it. And also do not jump too early on that elevator there. The platforms will eat your jump when moving up despite the low gravity. Alright. Just didn't wanna be much lower than my estimate, so... And yeah, now the rest is up to RNG, how fast your run will end up being. And you also have low gravity during the Bowser fight. Right, if Bowser kills the shuttle, I'm not taking responsibility for it. Alright, second stone. Maybe he'll do it again. Nope. And that's the last one. Right then, I did set the estimate actually perfectly. And also you can still die to fall damage when going down to the big star. So I recommend jump kicking there to avoid dying after having defeated Bowser. So yeah, that will end up being 39 minutes. With a 40-minute estimate. And a nice bonk at the end. Let's go. Good enough for me. 39-11. Or whatever it will end up being on the SRM timer. Yo guys, thanks for the GGs. That's it from me and Magical Lands done.